Thanks for slithering in. I am Symtherin, and welcome back to my channel and to another speed build in The Sims 4. This one is super special, but also a little different because I'm hosting my very own shell challenge. Right now on the screen, you are seeing me kind of coming up with this shell. I was trying to place like some weird shapes and just kind of do whatever, like put boxes and diagonal rooms and octagonal rooms. I don't think I do any round rooms because round walls suck, and I don't hate you guys because I actually love you guys, because this is to celebrate hitting 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which is something I've been working towards for a while, and I'm really stoked that we got here, and I wanted to thank you all. So yeah, you can see all the rules and things on Twitter and Instagram, so if you're not following, but typical rules apply. I'm going to stick them on the screen pretty soon. You can also grab this shell off the gallery. My gallery ID is Symtherin, same as it is on all socials and as it is here on YouTube. So make sure you go grab that there. And deadline is June 9th, and I will be touring live on Twitch. That's the plan, which will be announced at a later date once I figure out my life, which has been fun. But here are the rules. Don't remove existing walls, no custom content. You can change wall height and interior walls, but also just, you know, have fun. That was a little quick, so maybe you needed to pause or something to look at that. But now we're getting into the fun part where I attempt my very own shell challenge. I have to admit, I did struggle on the roofing. I typically do struggle on roofing in general. I think a lot of us do. So that's the thing. Yeah, see, I delete all of it. But, and now I'm like, maybe I go modern. Yeah, who knows? But I actually had a lot of fun working on this build, and there's something very sad that happened while I was working on this build as well. Pretty much, it is very rare for me to finish a build in one sitting. I don't know if it's my attention span, but it's also kind of like some days I don't have as much time as I would like to, you know, work on a build. But in between the footage you're gonna see today and when I sit back down to record again, my boyfriend made a comment about how dusty my desk was, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, I've been looking at that for a while now and thinking I should clean it. And then maybe you can relate, but when I get that in my head and I really start the cleaning, I have to take everything apart. So I took my whole PC base, well, not like the PC apart, but the setup. Like, I unplugged the monitors, I moved the monitors, I unplugged keyboard and mouse and all that good stuff, all the extras, the mic, the, you know, what have you, right? So unplugged everything, moved it, cleaned the desk, cleaned the items that I unplugged, put them all back, and then I was like, cool, good to go. Pretty much, right? Except my monitors were doing something funny. Like, my main monitor is like in front of me, and then my second monitor is to my right, and then I noticed it was doing some weird stuff where my monitor on the right was acting like my main monitor, but then in my settings it looked right. And I'm not the most technologically advanced person. I'm okay. I'm decent with certain things. I'm good at the Google, so I can figure it out eventually. But I was like, this is fine, right? It's like, whatever, I'll fix it later because I'm too lazy to do it. Now I want to finish this build. So I go back in, I finish the build, everything's fine, I hit record. Didn't look at it for a couple of days until I was like, oh, I better start editing this build because it needs to be ready for Saturday, and I have a long week ahead of me. So I open my editing software, go to import the footage, and I just start laughing. At this point, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. which I don't typically edit that early in the morning, but I was up for some reason. I was like, well, I've got an hour to kill before I have to really start getting ready to go to work. So I might as well start the editing process, get it going. And yeah, he was looking at me like, what the heck is wrong with you? And I was laughing because the recording software recorded everything on the screen in front of me, which was pretty much just a blank desktop because I didn't have anything open. And The Sims was on the monitor to my right. So that was a long-winded route of telling you what happened with the speed build and why it's just gonna completely cut off after I do some of the landscaping. And this part here isn't as sped up as I probably would have done. So maybe you guys who have been around for a while might notice that. So I don't know, maybe I should have like kept it the same that I usually do, but then I wouldn't have enough time to tell you guys what was going on. So instead I did try and kind of make the video tour a little longer so that you guys can really see some of the details, especially like the exterior. We have a little buddy who is pretty much, I don't know, maybe he's like our tour, but we do run into him a few times during the video tour, and I'm not going to tell you who he is or whatnot. I'm going to let you guys wait and figure it out for yourselves. So if you know, comment down below. Thanks. But also give this video a like, because that helps too. Anyway, I think I'm calling this like a storybook home. I was trying to come up with like a creative name, and I was like, you know, I can see this in a fairy tale. Right now we are building in Willow Creek because that is where I built the shell to begin with. But I end up moving it to Glimmerbrook, which is a world from Realm of Magic. It also has 2 bedrooms, I think 2 bathrooms. Of course, we had to do a greenhouse in the back here in like that diagonal room because we just got that new kit and I wanted to use it. So don't blame me. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun working on this. I cannot wait to see what you all do. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what you guys do because you guys blow me away. I always think like, oh, I know exactly what I do with this. I don't know what they're gonna do. But I'm like, people are so creative. You're all so creative. So yeah. Oh, I didn't mention the hashtag. It is hashtag SimGeo, GEO shell. And that's because I felt like I used a lot of geometric shapes. I'm so bad with coming up with like these hashtags. So that's okay. I could have done the generic like Sim 1K, but I kind of did that with a room challenge on Instagram, so I didn't want it to get like confusing. So that's where we're at, but at least it's a hashtag, and that's where I can find all your builds so that when I'm touring on Twitch, we can go through as many as we can. So I'm really stoked to see all your guys' build. That's pretty much what I'm trying to tell you. I guess another little update is I feel like I've been pretty quiet on socials and things and been so bad at keeping up with all the stuff. Pretty much work has been pretty busy, like a good busy. Definitely a good busy, not a bad busy. Like I feel good about it. And I have some more traveling coming really soon. It's creeping up. So yeah, traveling for work. It's fun, it's exciting, and it's kind of cool I get to do it, but traveling it's exhausting. It drains my social battery, and then even if it's for 3 days, I feel like I'm like shot for 2 weeks. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, I was just saying I haven't been as active, I think, but I'm trying to pretty much remain consistent here on YouTube. I think that's pretty much my main goal and focus, and I'm actually really excited because we're getting some momentum. I'm watching some of these watch hours go up. It's a slow increase, and we're we're very far. We're very far. But if you just need something on in the background and you think of me, that would be cool. That would be really cool. But you know, you don't have to either. Totally get it. Totally get it. Yeah, here we're using some debug fencing, and I really love the brick. And what else? I don't know. We're gonna get to the landscaping. I think we're pretty much almost near the end here. We're just gonna put it all around the build. I don't think I show you all of that though. I'm not sure. But I don't know. I really like the stone path, and this is what made me think of Storybook a little bit. And we put a little pond in the front, which I deck out with swans and fireflies and dragonflies, and a little mini waterfall, which I thought was pretty. But of course, that was all in the second half of my, you know, filming, so none of that got on camera. I really enjoyed landscaping this though, because there's that bush plant thing from the cats and dogs. Gosh, I can't even remember what it's called, but I never remember to use it, and I always love that plant bush thing. Oh my god, if I can see it when I pull it out, I'm going to point it out because the name's on the tip of my tongue. But also I have some bushes going like up the side of the house and then on the roof and kind of over to the other side and on more of the roof on the back end. And I thought that was really pretty. Some pink and blue flowers. So cute. I've seen a lot of simmers do that before, and I always loved it. And every time I had tried in the past, I usually was like, either one, is too much work for me right now, or two, it's not working right. That's the plant. That one. And it has such pretty swatches. But I always forget to use that. So we get a lot of that, and it's nice and lush. But overall, I feel like the landscaping came out pretty cute, and I think the build came out pretty cute as well. I did have some fun with the interior, although I struggled with a little bit of it, but I really like the kitchen, and there's a little cute desk nook, and then the bathrooms are, you know, they're decent bathrooms, nothing special about it I can't think of. And then 2 bedrooms. So I imagine this to be like a mom, like single mom and her child. Child is up on the top floor there. Like really cool setup, honestly. If I was a kid, I would love that. Even though there's like, you have to go outside to get there, but let's pretend winter and cold doesn't exist, okay? Anyway, I'm sorry I don't have more of the speed build for you guys. I have already fixed the issue, so it will never happen again. And now I know why it happened, and I can troubleshoot it better later and catch it later, hopefully, if I ever do that again. But I hope you guys enjoyed the tour, and I hope you guys did enjoy at least some of this speed build. But I will see you guys around next time, and can't wait to see what you do with the shell. Thanks! Bye!